Hello everyone, today we're having a look at the Haolonggood Torosaurus. At the time of filming this video, this is the latest release from Haolonggood. And I don't actually have a Torosaurus in my collection, so was looking forward to getting this model. Now Haolonggood do two versions of this Torosaurus. One is the red and brown colour scheme that you have here. The other is like a blue colour scheme with like a greenish frill. And I decided to go for this red one because I don't think we've had a model with this sort of colour scheme. The other one, I felt like we've seen that colour scheme before, so I wanted to get something a bit more unique. So I decided to go for this red and brown version. And as you can see, it's a very nice looking Torosaurus model. Have some very nice detail in the head of Torosaurus here. If we look at the beak, it does have these sorts of growth rings. I think that's what it looks like. Don't think we've seen anything like that on any of the other Haolonggood ceratopsians, which is very cool and unique. We do have some really nice detail in the face of Torosaurus here. You can see this nice red orangish colour here, almost yellow. It fades into like a darker red orange colour along the cheek there. And you've got these larger scales building up just below the eye where the spike is. And as we look at the two horns of Torosaurus, you can see there is some nice detail there in the horns. I don't think they're as good as the Triceratops. I feel like that one had a lot more weathering in the horns, which made it look very realistic. But these still look very good. And you do have some faint rings, growth rings there on the horns. And you have this nice build up of skin just below the horn as well, or keratin. And we have some very nice detail and very fine scaling there on the frill. And you can see they haven't gone for anything extremely flashy with the frill, just some nice patterning and a gradient in that colour from the lighter red orange colour to a darker tone as you go up the frill. I think that looks very nice. And if we just take a look inside the mouth here, you can see there's some sculpted teeth in there which look really nice and really well done. Again, you got this gloss finish inside the mouth which helps with that realism. And you do have some nice painting on the back of the frill here. You get those reddish tones coming through. And as we go down the body, you do have some nice skin wrinkling and folds down the neck here and along the chest. You've got these very powerful front limbs of the Torosaurus. You can see some nice muscle definition there. And you've got this brown striping going across the Torosaurus here, with some darker browns and almost black coloration there, and some lighter tones here on the back of the hind leg. And the pattern sort of continues down towards the tail. You have some nice banding there. And you do have some nice detail underneath. You do have the cloaca there. And some nice skin folds along the side of Torosaurus. We do have some small osteoderms throughout the body as well, which are very nice. Really like the skin wrinkling there. And in some parts of the model underneath you do have these more reddish coloured areas on the skin. I think this is a very nice looking Torosaurus. we'll compare this to some other Haolonggood models. And here we have the Torosaurus next to the Haolonggood Triceratops. And I hope you guys can see the difference in the detail on the horns here. I feel like there's more weathering on this Triceratops compared to the Haolonggood. They both look good, but I would have liked to see that sort of weathering on the Torosaurus horns. So here I have all of my Haolonggood ceratopsians together, and you can definitely see the improvement that Haolonggood have made throughout their various releases of their ceratopsians. You can really see how they've improved with the detail, coloration, and I really like the scaling on the Torosaurus. I think it looks a lot more refined compared to the Triceratops, and as you can see, definitely a lot better than the Pseudoceratops. And I think overall this is a very nice model. I really like the coloration, I like the skin detail in the scaling there, I like the skin folds and wrinkles throughout the body. I was thinking about getting the PNSO one, but when I knew that Haolonggood were releasing a Torosaurus, I thought I'd wait, so then I can pick which one I wanted to go for. I do definitely like the more vibrant colour scheme of the Haolonggood version here, but I do like the patterning on the PNSO one on the frill. But the Haolonggood one isn't too bad. The frill looks really nice, and I love that colour gradient that you have on the frill. I think it looks very cool. One thing that I wish they did was the same level of weathering on the horns that we had on the Triceratops, but that's just my personal preference. Some people might like a more cleaner look like this, but I do think overall it's a very good figure and you wouldn't be disappointed with it, so I would recommend it. Thanks for watching.